Green Man! 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 Holy YouTube video, Green Man!
Okay, welcome to my Accounting Comics videos again. I've got another little short box here. It's not even full, this short box. I don't know how I managed to put it away without it being full. But let's have a look what's inside it anyway. Okay, so we have Orion. I didn't even remember having this Orion, to be honest. Just goes to show you. Mind you, it's nearly 20 years ago now. 2000 this one came out. Orion by Walter Simonson. Simonson? Good artist anyway. Orion is one of the new gods, isn't he? He's like the strong guy of the new gods, but also quite an angry guy as well. Yeah, of course, the new gods. What's the world that the new gods live on? Because I know that Apocalypse is Darkseid's world, and the new gods are kind of like, you know, Darkseid is their polar opposite, kind of like the devil of the new gods in a way. I suppose Apocalypse is kind of like his Hades. Is there a High Father? Is that the leader of the new gods? And Orion is kind of like a Thor kind of analogy, or Hercules maybe. But I always thought it was a bit quirky, the Apocalypse and the new gods characters. Jack Kirby made them up, but then he invented them. I thought he had some quirky ideas with some of his characters. That's all I could say. Granny Goodness and what was the one? Some of them dressed Vandar, something like that. Some of them dressed quite like strangely. Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf was another strange looking one. Is he the one that didn't dress up like he was like a 17th century soldier or something? All like brocadery and stuff and a uniform. I can't remember now. And what was the other people that he made up as well? Was it Tomorrow People, what they called? They were like a bunch of like immortal hippies or something. I suppose that was more of the era. Yeah, it's quite a long one this year. I'm surprised I don't remember it. I've got it all bagged and boarded, so I'm assuming I must have bought them bagged and boarded, to be honest. Being lazy that I am and a cheapskate, I never bagged and boarded too many myself. Right, that looks like he's in the clutches of Desard. Who? Did he actually get blinded? Look, here it looks like he's getting his eyes poked with, you know, he's got these things. I wasn't sure his eyes were actually being poked. But then on this one here, it looks like his eyes did get poked. Because he's saying blind man's buff, assuming that's him. And here he's wearing some heavy shades. And I'm not sure what his healing abilities are like. Maybe he was blinded temporarily and was able to re-heal them. I have become death, destroyer of worlds. And then his final foe, Mr. Miracle, you'd think would be a friend of his. And Mr. Miracle was from the New Gods, wasn't he? But he was brought up on Apocalypse and some kind of... That was right, because Orion, I think, is Darkseid's son, but he was brought up in the amongst the New Gods and treated like they would be raised. And Mr. Miracle was from the place I can't remember where the New Gods live, and he was sent to Apocalypse and brought up on Apocalypse, wasn't he? Some kind of like child exchange scheme. Right, now I've got a nice big stack of Justice League Task Force starting from 1993. Join the JLTF inside. Looks like Nightwing, Aquaman, Gypsy, Flash seems to be the team. Oh, and Martian Manhunter, of course. Can't forget the Martian Manhunter. Death in the Caribbean. Green Arrow. Who's in the wheelchair? That's not Dick Grayson, is it? Bronze Tigers join the fray. Something seems to be wrong with the Martian Manhunter. The Martian Manhunter, you've never seen him before. Did he go to his like normal Martian look? Was this where they debuted what he looks like when he's not putting on a human shape? There's Vixen as well. Oh, or is it because he's turned into a woman? Maybe that's what they was all looking a bit confused for, because John Jones will never be the same. He seems to have turned into a lady. And back again as a man. But I suppose, if your ability to shape change, and you're going to be gender fluid, maybe. I don't know. Ask Doctor Who. Don't ask me. Anyway. The Aryan Brigade. Blitzed by the Aryan Brigade. Bunch of Nazis by the looks of it. Target Earth. Judgment Day 2. Judgment Day 5. I'm assuming it's a series, not that it's the 5th Judgment Day and the 2nd Judgment Day, but part 5 of Judgment Day, I suppose. Must have crossed over with some other Justice League titles. Return of the Hero. It's another one that looks like it crossed over, because that's only part 2 or 3 there. Yeah, that's right. That's the Triumph. Poor old Triumph, who was in story written out, and then written in, and then kind of written out again. Yeah, Triumph did not live up to his name, poor thing. And then I think he went the way of a lot of heroes, then becoming a villain. And then pretty sure now he's never existed in the world of DC. Yeah, it's always a shame if you're fond of a character and then the powers that be decide that character no longer exists, or it has no future in the company. I suppose you've got to be thick-skinned. Be thick-skinned if you're going to be a comic fan, I think. Tragedy for Triumph. Till Death Do Us Part. Looks like Vixen's about to get hooked up with a zombie by the looks of it. Somebody dead there. Doesn't look too healthy. Is that Damage joined the team? Grant somebody or other? Not Grant Morrison. He's a writer. Grant somebody there though was Damage, but there's a new Damage now, isn't there? A whole new Damage in the Rebirth. Is like I don't know. I've not actually read any of his books, but it's like a Hulk kind of looking dude. It looks like a mixture between Hulk and Pit and Monolith, the old Iron Golem. Sledge, I think that guy's called Sledge, that one there. Shrapnel, Sledge and Brimstone. That's certainly a formidable threesome for the Martian Manhunter to be facing off against, especially Brimstone, as soon as he controls fire. Oh, he's fiery, and Martian Manhunter doesn't do too well against fire. In space, no one can hear you die. Stop, you'll kill him. Is that Triumph that he's fighting there? Not too sure. He's gone Savage Sword of Martian Manhunter here, look. It's the Savage Sword of John Jones. John Jones. I was in the world of the Warlord, that explains it. God War. It's a twisted thing, whatever that is that? I don't know what that is. Final issue 37. So just over 3 years old Justice League Task Force ran from. Finishing up in 95, was it? No, 96. Superman True Brit, an Elseworld story. Yeah, I think this is 40 powers. This I think was partially written by John Cleese with some help from John Cleese. I think it's like a humorous, jokey take of as if Superman had landed in the UK, and obviously being comic books, they've probably painfully stereotyped the English, as they do. But we won't hold it against them because it's all a bit of fun, right? Well, this is cool. I never knew I had this. First issue special It says first issue special, then it says number 7. Okay, how does that work? How does first issue special be number 7? Unless it changed over to the Creeper from this number 7, and before that it was a different book, maybe, I'm not sure. But I don't recall this. This is the Macabre Manhunter. Is that Creeper? Is he known as the Macabre Manhunter? Macabre. Yeah, it's a hard word, macabre. Right, and then we have first issue. This is a title from 94, did I see? No, 98. 98. I think this is when he just come back after being killed by Eclipso. He was part of the team that went to Eclipso and got killed. And when I say killed, I mean literally torn limb from limb. There was scattered pieces of Creeper all around, and like partially eaten by eclipsed. I can't remember if they were Jaguar. I think they were Jaguar. Eclipsed Jaguar ripped Creeper, plus various other members of the team that went to Parador to pieces. But fortunately, he had the healing power that allowed him to return. A funny face-off with the Joker. Joker's sense of humour is not the best. He has a fatalistic sense of humour. Okay. It's like a bit of split personality going on there. Jack Ryder and Creeper, isn't it? Recently bought the first showing of the Creeper, actually, and I was just about to read it. I've not actually read it yet. I was just about to read it. I just finally read the first Demon. I was just about to read the first Creeper, and I thought I'd come out and do this little box. And the Creeper's turned up in here, so I thought I'd have to bung the first appearance along with this box. Right, and there's Creeper 1 million. Scary looking dude. I'm not too sure what's going on with the Creeper. What is his... Does he... I'm sure I remember seeing him in Old Brave and the Bold changing into a costume. But then I thought he had some kind of activation where he could just instantly become the Creeper. I'm not too sure how his power activates now and how it's changed over the course of his existence. Right, Hitman and Lobo, that stupid Bastich from 2000. And I think pretty sure the rest of this box is made up of a run of Hitman. Kicking off, as is traditional, with number 1. Although it's not always traditional, occasionally there's a 0 at the start, isn't there? Yeah, Hitman is a pretty cool, pretty fun comic. Yeah, it's got some serious parts, obviously, but it's got, you know, there's a bloke's a hitman, so it's obviously going to have some serious aspects to it. He kills people for money. But yeah, he's often getting into scrapes with his friend. I can't remember what the guy's name is, his friend, but he's in practically all of them. Enter Night Fist. He will hit you with his fist. Oh, that's why it's called Night Fist. Does he hit you with his fist at night time by any chance? Okay. 10,000 bullets, part 4 of 4. And the bullets certainly look like they've been flying. Final night. So obviously a bit of a telling of his past there. You can see the past kid, who he was, and then the man who becomes a local hero. I wouldn't exactly call that a team up. It's kind of a team up. Hitman and Kyle Rayner. It looks more like a pub crawl than a team up, mind you. It wouldn't be a pub crawl because they always used to frequent just the one bar all the time, the local bar. I think it was a local bar where hitmen all hang out. I can't remember now. 13, Zombie Night at the Gotham Aquarium, part 1 of 2. Oh, they're all going to kill that seal, are they? Yeah, something's going on there. Ace of Killers. Yeah, quite often he teamed up now and again with a demon, or a demon will appear in his book, or some other demonic thing. Because later on, I think he was doing this run at the same time as he was doing Demon. Garth Ennis and John McCrae took over Demon from like number 40 or something, which would be around this time, because it was in Demon Annual number 2 that Hitman first appeared. And here we have Section 8, who are a bunch of mentally challenged superheroes, led by the drunken alcoholic Six Pack. Dog welder, he welds dead dogs to people. Yeah, don't ask. Friendly Fire, who mainly takes out his own friends rather than the enemies. I think his name's El Baton or Le Baton or something like that. He's a comedy Frenchman who hits people with a stick. This bloke, I can't remember what his name is, but he spits at people nasty. Can't remember that guy. Shakes maybe or something like that. I can't remember. Delirium Tremens maybe. And this guy, he's basically like a Latino sex pest is the best way to describe him. I think he says bueno estenti or something like that. I can't remember what he says. He says something to people as he sort of sidles up to them in a menacing fashion. It's crazy humour. Alright. Ace of Killers, part 5 of 6. It's Catwoman in a dilemma there. Catwoman in even more dilemma. And some kind of demon. I think this was a regular character. I can't remember her name was now. Teague, maybe, something like that. She was a cop, I believe, who had an alliance with Hitman. I can't remember the character's name now. I just remember he's Hitman. Can't remember what the character's actual name is. That's annoying. I did enjoy this run as well. It was a jolly good run. What is Hitman's actual name? It's quite a funny cover. They're using an overweight patron of a hamburger joint as a cover in a firefight. Not good for the overweight chap, but yeah. Yeah, I still can't remember Hitman's name. I got a feeling it's something Irish sounding, because I think he's of Irish heritage, I believe. But yeah, nothing's jumping in my head. I suppose simply because you just know him as Hitman. That's his job, isn't it? But yeah, he's one of these guys who got his powers from the bloodlines. He got bitten by the bloodlines and his spinal fluid drained, or some of it, and he had the meta gene, which enabled him to gain powers. Well, this one is called Tommy's Heroes, this story arc, so maybe his name is Tommy. Is his name Tommy? Does that ring a bell? Tommy Noonan? Or didn't they used to hang out in Noonan's bar? But I don't think it was his bar. I don't know. I can't remember now. Tommy, I don't know. Anyway, we jump forward to 1 million here. Yeah, when he got his powers, I forgot to talk about his powers. He's kind of like his eyesight, really. It's a bit like Johnny Alpha from the 2000 AD comics. He could see through walls. Could he hear people's thoughts as well? I can't remember now. He didn't really use his powers a great deal, to be honest. It wasn't like they sort of like, really pushed, his power elements of anything. It was basically just a guy with a gun who shot people. There wasn't an awful lot spoken about his powers, really. Tommy Monaghan, like it says it in blood in the snow. Tommy Monaghan was his name. I think it might be pronounced Monaghan. Tommy Monaghan. Dead Man's Land. Looks like it's not bad enough getting your spinal fluid sucked out by aliens. He's getting his blood sucked out by vampires there. Yeah, this was a recurring character. He was like a fellow hitman, like a hitman friend, but there was always a bit of tension between them about who was the best hitman kind of thing. '42. help me flush this full. 43. Eek. So kind of close up to a dinosaur you don't want. Such a close up you can see the snot dribbling from its nose and the blood and pieces of matter in its teeth. Yeah, that's the kind of view of a dinosaur you don't want to have. More dinosaurs. It's on a hang glider being attacked by pterodactyls. And yeah, even more dinosaurs. Some kind of time problem maybe? Yeah, this is Noonan. I think it's Noonan's Bar, I think it was called. I think he was an ex-hitman, this guy as well. I think it was a hitman's bar, but I think yeah. I think that's a bit of a theme, bit of a trope. There being like bars for hitmen. I'm sure that the Accident Man from Toxic. I'm sure they had a bar that all the hitmen hang out in. Can't think of any other examples, but it wouldn't surprise me if there were other examples of that. Alright. Super Guy, 1 of 2. That's Six Pack. The alcoholic superhero. Yeah. Okay. Closing Time. Closing Time 2. Closing Time 3. That's the recurring lady who I told you was on. I think she's on the Gotham City Police Department. Teague, I think her name was. I can't remember. I think they might have had a bit of a love interest going on as well. Right, last batch in this little box. Closing Time number 4. Closing Time number 5. This is back when they were in the army. Him and his mate. I still can't remember his name. Were in the army like a Desert Storm or something like that in Iraq or Iran. It was Iraq, wasn't it? And like he's reading Our Army at War, Sergeant Rock. While they're peeling spuds. Not sure who this lady is, but it looks like she's planning on stabbing our anti-hero. Or is that the same woman joined up with him? Similar face, but hair colour's a bit different. I think it might be the same woman though. Closing Time 7, yeah. That's the call I've been waiting for. 60. And there's the annual. Right, I'm off out of here.